The idea that Eckert presented was of a hero's theme.
I'm Jacob, and I am a senior in high school, and I will be working with Michael on this musical tribute project.
I'm Kaya, and I'm 14 years old. I attend Walnut Hills High School, and today we're here with Patrick.
My hero is Robert Salazar. He's my cousin. He's 38 years old, and he was stationed in, I believe, Iraq.
My hero is Margaret. She is a figure who I've always looked up to. She has made me who I am today.
What kept you going?
What kept me going? Knowing that I was doing better for myself and creating a better future for my children.
I don't consider myself a hero, and majority of veterans won't. A lot of us believe the only heroes are the ones that never came back.
Through watching him deal with like PTSD and stuff of that nature, it's just the fact that he's overcome all of it is astonishing and hard to believe.
I suffered a spinal cord injury. I have trouble feeling my hands. It's been very life-changing.
Regardless of my injury, I wouldn't change a thing. No, not an ounce of it.
She's fighting a battle. She has come to a point where she's fighting so hard for it, so it's contributing to her physical health, mental health, and I wanted to honor what she was, what she is, and what she will be.
I think something cool was that his will to keep going stemmed a lot from his children and how he wanted to fight for them, and that's what kept him going.
I have 3 daughters who have given me 3 grandsons.
On the outside, he might look a little intimidating at first, but he was really nice, and he gave some really good advice about education and life in general and how you shouldn't take things for granted.
He is the grandson of someone who immigrated illegally and only worked carpentry jobs and like odd jobs and menial labor, and he went to fight for a country that claims respect for veterans but doesn't respect him. Is very frustrating to me.
She won't understand what I'm trying to say. She's in denial. She doesn't want to know that she's struggling. She doesn't want to know that she's depressed.
So he served in the Army for 16 years, and half of that was in the Air Force, and then half of that was doing forward missions. Kyle was there too. Kyle and I were like, oh, so you're like the scouts, you go ahead of the Army. And he was like, no, actually we go before the scouts. So they're like the very frontline people. On one of these missions, he got shot in the neck, and he remembered it so vividly and was able to describe in such detail. And that's what really inspired the whole song. I wanted to capture that emotion.
The song, it doesn't necessarily have that many words. I kind of wanted to focus on the feeling and the instrumental behind it more than I focus on that until it kind of builds up into the resolution, I guess you could say, where it's kind of just saying what he wanted to do with his life afterwards and his aspirations.
Really what I'm trying to say with my song is that people are not numbers. Everyone has their own individual story, and Michael is not the only one. Writing this song kind of taught me to celebrate life a little more, find extraordinary in the ordinary.
I think the one thing that I want people to take away from this piece is to look at the people that they love, or have loved, still do love, and look back on who they were and all the good times that they had, because you never know what's going on inside of their heads and how it can affect them.
I think it's just going to be a beautiful experience and a beautiful performance, especially with an orchestra playing with our members, so I think it'll be amazing.